Okay, starting off another month's worth of pickups here for the month of September. So we got some games here that I couldn't record footage for the simple fact that, well, it's really hard to record on the Vita. And the other game, well, I didn't have enough storage to install it. So starting off here, we've got Dynasty Warriors next on the Vita. This is a repurchase. And then my next purchase here on the Vita is Resistance Burning Skies. Again, a repurchase. I've grown attached, so I repurchased them. The next game I bought, I was actually really excited to get or check out because I've heard a lot of great things about it. So I was really bummed when I couldn't install it, and that game is Alien Isolation on 360. Comes with both discs as well as the DLC. The DLC probably doesn't work, but it requires like 5 gigs worth of space. So I'm gonna have to make some room. Alrighty. So the next games we're gonna go ahead and take a look at. We're gonna start off with Dreamcast. First game is Sonic Adventure. This is complete with manual, obviously. That'll work. You can't have a Dreamcast with a Sonic game, so why not start off with the first game? About this game, it was a launch title for the Dreamcast. It features Sonic. You can play as Knuckles. You can play as Tails. You can play as Amy. And Big's the cat. I don't remember how you say his name, but you can play him as well. The gameplay footage you're seeing here, this is the first stage. I haven't gotten to the game just yet. I have played it before, but I love how fast the game is. It's really fast. It's Sonic. It's got to be fast. Really fast. Great detail. The one thing I don't like about it is the overworld kind of sandbox map kind of thing going on. I think that kind of takes away from the Sonic experience. But overall, really great game. Glad I have it in my collection. Okay, the next game here. Now, this game is a game I also had previously when I had my Dreamcast. And that game is Grandia II. Now, this game does come with the game and the manual. However, it is sadly missing the audio CD. So I do plan on hopefully completing it. But, you know, $30 ain't a bad price for it. It's a great game. It's an RPG game. It is it is full 3D. So yeah, showing the battle mechanics here. It is a I wouldn't say it's a well, I guess it is. It's more of a timed meter, if you will. And the more speed you have, the faster you go across the meter and take your turn. You got combos, you got regular attacks, you got items, of course, your standard fare. Really well done. I do believe most of it's voice acted, so that's really cool. So glad I'm able to have this in my collection. Okay, we're going to go on to original Xbox games now. We got 2 of them. First game is Freaky Fliers. Now, this game is complete with the manual. For those that don't know, it is kind of over the top, very cartoony, just quirky, crazy, crazy gameplay. It's pretty neat. So it's a series of races. You can also do free roam as well. In the gameplay here, you just see me doing a standard race, just seeing how the game plays. I've never played it before, but I have seen it on other Xbox game videos, and had to pick it up for $9, complete. So, next game we have here is actually a collection. Really happy to have this. And that is the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on the original Xbox. Again, complete. So what this comes with is Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 through 8. And then the 2 extra games it has are the 2 Mega Man fighting games that came out, I believe, only in the arcade at the time. So those are included in here, as well as, I believe, unlockables. I don't know how to go about unlocking them, but I know that that there are unlockables, or that they are unlockables. So yeah, you start the game, and you go through, you pick which game you want to play. Each game is represented by a door. The one downside of this game that I really don't understand and don't like is each game, 1 through 8, well, 1 through 10, the game, all 10 games, I believe, all have individual save files. I don't get it. I don't like it. But aside from that, I think that it's overall a great collection. It really captures the spanning of the Mega Man series from NES through Sega, Saturn, and PS1, which I think is in the case of 8. The other downside I will say actually is with 8, for those that don't know, the PS1 version of which this version is the PS1 version, does not have the extra bosses that the Sega Saturn version has. So I said that is a downside to this collection. In fact, I don't know that any of the collections, whether it be on GameCube, Xbox One, or I believe PS2, have the Sega Saturn version of 8 for whatever reason. I think they're all based on the PS1 version. So aside from each game having its own save file, Mega Man 8 being based on the PS1 version and not the Sega Saturn version, the other negative thing I can say is the load times for the NES games are a lot longer than I would have liked. I mean, it's an NES game. They're 8-bit games. It shouldn't take that long to load up those games, but hey, it is what it is. But glad to have this in the collection. So moving right along here, we have 3 360 games and 1 Xbox One game left. I'll start off with this one here, and we got Blob 2 on 360. It is complete. For those that don't know what this game is, think of, for lack of a better way to put it, think of Mario, like any 3D Mario game mashed in with like Splatoon. You solve puzzles and kill enemies by throwing paint on them. And your objective is to get paint and to paint buildings and objects like rocks. And that opens up other areas. So I really like the game. I think it looks really great on the 360. I was very surprised. I'd only ever played there's a version of it, I believe, on the DS. So I was really surprised by this. I thought it was a great game to get. So glad to have that in the collection here. The last 2 games, it's actually 1 game in the sequel. Prototype on 360, complete. I played this on PC several years ago. It is a game where you play as a superhuman person, and you run around the New York City, killing bad guys and cops and pretty much anything gets in your way. Yeah, it's a very sci-fi take on like the Grand Theft Auto recipe, if you will. A lot of things are are destructive. As you can see, it's a great game. It's open world. I really like the superhuman abilities that you get. You can blow up tanks. You can just shred everything. It's so much fun. So yeah, I got that for $5. Not a bad pickup at all. The next game here is the sequel, Prototype 2. Again, complete. Now, the cool thing about this, and okay, I do have it here. On the back of the manual, there is DLC. Now, I thought the DLC would be used. Because when you boot up the game, it says, hey, redeem this code on the back of the manual or lose it forever. So I figured I'll give it a shot. And it worked. So I got the DLC and the game for $7. Not a bad price at all. So this game takes place, I guess, in the same New York City. He plays a different character. But again, as you can see, just from the second, just like the first game, the second game looks amazing. They did really a really phenomenal job with these games. With how open they are and just really well done. I was surprised that when you start out the second game, you actually follow the protagonist of the first game. I don't know if you're chasing him or if you're following him. I don't know how much to pay attention. But but I'm glad to have those in the collection there. So last game I got to round out the pickups here. And that is Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One. I believe this was a launch title. Picked up for $12. And it was brand new. Brand new when I opened it up. Got the DLC and all that stuff. Great to see. Those that are not familiar, this is I want to say Dead Rising meets Jet Set Radio. That's about the best way I can put it. The game looks beautiful, as you can see. The game has you fighting off people that became monsters due to some radioactive energy drink, I guess. So, yeah, you are the superhero defending the city from over-energized monsters that are all hyped up and angry on caffeine and whatever else are in those drinks. Have emphasis on grinding. You get around the world by grinding, similar to Jet Set. That's really the fastest way to move. If you move on foot, you will get ran down. The monsters will catch up with you. They will kill you. That's all there's to it. But yeah, really glad I got this game brand new. A lot of fun to play. Very reminiscent of the Jet Set, which is a great game. So those are my pickups for the month of September. Yeah, overall, great bunch of games here. Great bunch of games. Look at all those games. Great bunch of games. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And until next time, take care and happy gaming.